Minecraft is a game where you put blocks anywhere you want to build a building and like build anything you want. I like it because it relates to architecture and all the measurements and like how many blocks you need to put down. I want to be an architect when I'm older because I'm really interested in 3D designs and technical drawings, and because I like the buildings and I want to know how they were built.
I'll take you through a few ideas of what we've got here and how it is involved. You've got maths within right away to get a good sense of scale to the existing building that you've got, and that's where architecture and design comes into it.
I found out that an architect has to start it from their first draft, which is just a normal drawing of the house. Then they have to take it to the next step and add all measurements and all the electrical circuits and where all the bedrooms are going to be and everything like that. Or the units of measurement.
The house is measured in metres, and centimetres and millimetres. And for us, basically to work out your areas, new construction, it's basically your length, your times your breadth, and it gives you the areas here that what we need to build.
I remember this from the drawing.
Good, and you remember what we talked about from the offset was the sense of scale and dimension to the side of the house that we could build. And what you'll see here is we've built the exact same as the existing area here of the bay window. And then starting that, you start with your foundation dig out and then the area of materials required to build the construction after that.
How many rooms are there in the house?
There is an existing 5 rooms. Now with that as well, there's a volume or an area of walling that had to come down. With this, we had to put structural steel in. There was a lot of mathematical equations involved in that, loads per kilogram in newtons. A block will have a square meterage area as well. So basically you would work out your square meterage area required for your entire build. Then you would divide that by the square meter area of a block, and that would give you the actual volume or the number of blocks required to build this area.
After the drawing's been finished, they then hand it to a construction firm and then they have to build the house. So what's been added to this side of the house?
What we've got here is the rear extension and a gable extension going down here. This corner point is the existing point of the old house. From here, we've taken the extension out and you'll see the dug foundations along the bottom here and built up this area. And then to the side extension, we've come out this distance here and down the full length of the existing bungalow.
So what are you building here?
What we're building here is existing horse stables and we're converting these into physiotherapy studios. We've got 4 studios along here and towards the end is a big gymnasium.
What does this here represent?
That's a fireplace and that actually got removed from the job as well.
Is this where the fireplace used to be?
Yes, what we see here is the fireplace there and that's where we removed the rubble and deposited that into the skip.
What's this room going to be turned into now?
This is getting turned into a physiotherapist room. This is room 2 of the 4 in the plans as we've seen earlier.
Found out that there was lots of jobs involved, such as joiners, roofers, electricians, ground workers.
There's numerous trades involved, right from the offset to the dig out for the foundations. You have your ground workers that are involved in setting everything out and obviously the excavations. Your bricklayer trade would come in and build your walls there. From there we need your scaffolders to come in and your construction would get wrapped around in a scaffold and that would lead on to your joiners, your carpenters coming on. And again, going back to maths, you have to work out your areas of roofs to order your tiles and what coverage is required. And then your slaters would come on and finish the roof from there.
Well, before I went to see Greg, I thought there wouldn't be so much maths involved in the design, but every stage had something to do with maths. Like you have to figure out how much all the material and the measurements of all the material will be. You have to get all the measurements right, and if you don't get them right, then you could ruin the whole plan.